Okay, so technical mount, we're looking at some attacks. Three sort of main ideas here. One, we get the gift wrap from technical mount after we transition there and we strike. Okay, so we can hit the body or the head. The body's really open, right? Additionally, we can transition to the back or we can finish with an arm lock. Yes, there are other things. That's the beginner scope, okay? And then we'll, take a look at how to transition, right? Like if we're in a middle mount, how are we gonna get to gift wrap? Okay, so one, we wanna look at our mount retentions, okay? Mount retention such as, he's gonna try like hip escapes, okay? So if he's framing and pushing here, what I wanna do is, I never wanna sit on his hips, I wanna come forward a little bit. That way if he pushes big, I can just round my spine and sort of fold over. That's the distribution of weight. If you're able to achieve that, go ahead. Right? Then I can just turn and deflect, right? And then look how I have his arm trapped here. I swap that with my chest and I can gift wrap. Okay? So right there, this is a counter to the frames. So what we'll do here, turn this one out. Just one frame at a time, right? And we can do both frames as well. But let's just do one at a time and then I'll deflect on that same side, okay? Frame, deflect, frame, deflect, frame, deflect. And on one of these deflections, right? Frame here, other one, deflect, you're gonna put your chest down on it. Then I can come through and grab. Frame, the other side, deflect, and see I'm not just, one more time, I'm not just using my forearm, I'm also slightly turning my torso. I come down and I'm here, okay? Now, once you have the gift wrap, it's his arm around his throat here, I wanna pull him up on his side and slide my knee up, okay? Now, this is gift wrap position, right? It's technical mount with an arm wrapped, right? So let's look at our strikes from here, okay? We're gonna take a look at elbows, slaps, or palm heel strikes, and hammer fists, okay? So here's the thing. A lot of times when you're doing this, somebody will get this hand thinking, oh, I'm gonna protect my face or whatever, and I can start slapping, but the real technique is this sort of downward elbow here, 12 to 6, right to the body, okay? So I can slap here to get his hand up and then boom, right there on those ribs, okay? Now, in addition to that, this side portion of his head, we've got a downward elbow there, right? So if he starts coming down to try and stop this, I turn it and I can go down here, right? So just kind of, then slaps kind of open them up. Slaps low risk of injury, like you're probably not gonna hurt your hand, right? Then I can do like palm heel strikes, right? So I can actually hit with my palm heel. We did that on the bags a couple classes back, right? Palm heel, also hammer fist. Here's another thing, like there's no rule that said I can't hit you in the back of the head, okay? So here I hammer fist, elbow, right? Slaps, you're covering up, I go to the bottom. So that is the sort of striking series from this gift wrap position, okay? So what we want to do, turn this way, is when he frames, I deflect, come down with my chest, get the gift wrap. Now I'm in kind of a lower mount, chest down. I'm gonna pull him up on his side and come up to a higher mount, technical mount, okay? You got this control here. Now I'm gonna start slapping to open him up. Body, head, right? Palm heel, hammer fist, okay? And when you start hitting and they can't defend here, they'll start turning to give you the back, okay? If they don't do that, maybe you're looking at this from in the gym perspective, you're rolling, or maybe even the sport, and you wanna use this, you can't do strikes. Or because we don't do the strikes in class, right? Unless you're training for a combat jiu-jitsu event or MMA. So if that's the case, You also have an arm bar. So if somebody doesn't turn here, we'll have an arm bar. Okay, so you get on me and look at the strikes real quick. Okay, so do this, deflect like 3 frames, and that 3rd time, go to the gift wrap. Okay, deflect. Good. Deflect. Nice. A little heavy on my hips here. I feel like if I bridged, it would be bad for you. Okay, and that's just a habit. We have to watch for it. Okay, so we'll go again. Starting at 1, 2, 3. Good. Now from there, pull this out and put just your chest out. Nice. Now you have that. Good. Now pull me on my side. Come up your gift wrap. Boom. Nice. Try this one. Okay. So again, technical mount's a little higher mount. So from here, and slide that down a little bit because you want this open to hit. So let's see that elbow. Oh, terrible, man. That's like my liver side too. You got palm heel strikes, right? And just remember, you go back to that body and then I'm like, oh man, oh, right? And then I can't do anything, okay? So you got slaps through the palm heels, right? Boom, right there to the temple, hammer fist. I like the hammer fist to the back of the head. Yeah, I like that little X pattern you did there. So you could go temple, back of the head, right? And then you just got, if my hand's down here or whatever, you just come with the downward elbow to the head too. Boom, yes, right? Very good. So that's the striking, right? Now here's the thing, keep this. When you start doing this to people, the most likely response is for them to turn away. So if I turn away here, and you have rear mount, good, okay? But what I want you to do is, I feel your weight down on me, like we're talking about it being on the hips, raise it up a little bit, because I want you to let me turtle. Here, set your hooks, flatten me, boom, nice. Okay, now from here, take the other arm out and go under the neck. Good, get your rear naked. Nice, and very good control. See how my spine is kind of curving up? Make your spine round. And that'll push me down. So when you go to get the arm in, and when you go to finish, do that. Nice. Okay. It'll keep me from turtling up. Like a really strong person will drive up off their hands to try and turtle, and that rounding your spine prevents that. Okay. So the main idea there is we deflect, gift wrap, strike, or transition just to the rear mount. Lay down, please. Now, how do we transition to rear mount if there's no striking involved? I misalign your spine. It's pretty simple. Okay, but most people want to do like, oh, I'm going to sit you up and take the back and do hooks like this, right? And that's the thing, right? Fine. It's a good thing, but that's not what you do here at the gift wrap, right? The gift wrap, the main sort of transition and exit spot to the back is you being flat, okay, on your belly, rear mount. So I want to misalign your spine like this, right? And see how I'm here, right? Now, I again am not going to sit on you. I want to give you the illusion that you can turtle. So I raise up a little bit, right? I'm probably giving you your hand back, right? So as you go to turtle, look how I slid a hand in and then I flatten you, okay? Nice. Now I'll open you with the first hand and pummel with the second. You feel I folded forward. And so that pulling to misalign their spine is another way to get to that rear mount if there's no strikes. You might just like that one more. I like that a lot. I like that while I'm hitting, right? So you can combine the two ideas. Now, here please. When you frame, deflect, go again, deflect, go again, deflect. Here, all right? I'm looking for this gift wrap. Once I pull you up to technical mount, here, watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hook in. You can grab your lapel for a second if you want, right? And then here, okay? Now, you'll notice when I wanna do an arm bar, my knee comes behind his head, and I wanna turn his face down and away if possible. This is just so he can't move, okay? Now, what we're gonna do is you're gonna wedge your toe up in the back. I have a live toe here. And I'm gonna put a lot of weight on my hand so I can step over here. And then I'm bringing everything in for the finish. Pull the slack out of the arm. Have your grip all the way at the thumb. And I'm dragging my heels and my knees in like this, right? If you don't have to be on the floor, it doesn't have to be like that, right? Just drag heels in. When I drag heels in, I'm like applying that hip weight onto the arm bar as I do it. Okay, so one more time, head facing that way, please. Thank you. Frame, deflect, smash here. Pull him up on his side, right? We got the rear mount option, but with this, we're going here. Okay, you see that live toe, and I want a lot of weight on this hand. Okay, because if I lean too much, I can give him an escape. Okay, so here, I just want to step over. Ooh. Now, go to the thumb with this free hand. Here, slack out of the arm, pulling everything in for our arm up.